Hey guys, today we're going to take the time to learn a little bit more about hollow point rounds, what their purpose is, and some common misconceptions. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Sergeant Merrill. Actually, Sergeant Merrill is more this way. I just have the camera pointed down here at the desk because I think it's going to help better talk about what I want to talk about in this video, which is jacketed hollow points, and we're going to go over some different rounds just for context purposes. And I don't normally just have these lying around the house. I just brought these out to talk about some different things. First, this is the 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO round. Anybody who's been in the military will recognize those green tips. Most commonly used round in our military. Here we have the .308 Winchester. This is dimensionally the same as the 7.62 NATO round. And because I'm a sucker for older rounds, this is our 30-06 round. Used to be military standard, but now a lot of hunters still use it. It's a great round, and I don't see it going away anytime soon. And we also have ourselves here some pistol rounds. Here and I'm controlling the camera focus on my own, so bear with me. The autofocus goes crazy. I can't trust it. Here we have 9mm Luger, 45 and 357. Now let's talk about full metal jacket. What that means? That's our standard type of round. The most commonly used type of round in the world is full metal jacket, and all that means is the core of the bullet is made up of lead, and it is surrounded by some type of gilding metal, some type of alloy, usually brass or something like that. And we do that for a couple different reasons. First, it helps with penetration. Everyone loves penetration, especially when you're in the military. And it also helps in protecting the bore of the rifle. So it'll, help you with not having to clean your rifle or your weapon as much. It won't damage the bore. And it's also great from a military perspective when you're firing thousands and thousands of rounds, that it's not doing as much environmental damage. Because it's jacketed in that alloy, the lead doesn't seep into the environment quite as much and do lead poisoning. It's been a huge issue, especially overseas where other countries are like, what the hell, U.S., why are you causing damage to our environment? So here's our full metal jacket. And here is a hollow point. So let's talk about why you would do this. Why would you cut off the top of the round and expose the core like this? What purpose does a hollow point have? What does it actually do? Well, first and foremost, it's going to cause much more damage to the target that it hits because the core is exposed. It's going to expand to about 3 times the size of its normal diameter when it hits its target, doing massive amounts of damage to the target compared to the jacketed hollow point, which typically will not tumble as the hollow point normally will, and will just roll right through the target and out the other side. So that means a couple different things for this. It means, one, it's great for home defense. This 45 caliber round is the pinnacle of home defense, if you ask me. If you hit your target, you know you're going to hit him like a damn sledgehammer, and he's going down. You also know that it's not going to go through him, through the sheetrock of your home, and hit somebody else in your family by accident. And even if you miss, it's going to stop much shorter than your jacketed hollow point round. Now, 1 layer of sheetrock might not stop it, but certainly 2 or 3. So you have that comfort. It won't go outside of the home and hit somebody outside of the home, and then all of a sudden you're getting sued just because you're trying to protect your family. So it's great for that. Because the penetration is poor, it's great for home defense. Great for your self-defense pistol in general. You're responsible for every round that leaves your firearm, and this helps you make sure that it's not going anywhere that you don't necessarily want it to. It also means that it's going to have better accuracy. Now, I'm no ballistic expert, so I can't sit there and explain the science behind it, but it's something about shifting the weight of the round toward the rear that actually makes it a little bit more accurate. In fact, people that are in match competitions use some form of hollow point rounds most of the time, from what I understand. Like I said, I'm no expert, but that's one of the things that come with using a hollow point round. Now, there are a lot of misconceptions about this round, especially when it comes to the military. People say it is illegal for the military to use hollow point rounds, and they're right to an extent. A lot of people like to say it's because of the Geneva Convention that we can't use hollow point rounds in wartime, and it's actually not the Geneva Convention, and it's not illegal. It's from the Hague Declaration, which happened about 40 years before the Geneva Conventions. And it's not an outright ban on hollow points. It's just abstaining, meaning trying to stay away from rounds that do more damage than what is necessary to the target. So the hollow point has been considered up until this point one of those things. You can still use it from a civilian perspective. I would highly recommend it for the reasons that I stated before that. But you can't use it in wartime. Or at least we choose not to use it. And it's not simply because it does more damage to the target. If you look at it from a modern military perspective, if we were to go against another modern military, you have body armor to keep in mind. You have penetration becomes so much more important from a military perspective than from a civilian defense perspective. So you wouldn't be able to penetrate body armor with a round like this. You'd hit them really hard, like a damn sledgehammer, might knock the wind out of them, put them out of the fight for a couple minutes, but it's not going to penetrate the body armor, or a vehicle, or somebody hiding behind a wall. So you have that to worry about. It's also going to do more damage firing thousands of rounds through it, through training or whatever. It's going to do more damage to the bore of the weapon because the core is exposed. That lead is exposed. You're going to need to clean the weapon a lot more, and after a while it's going to cause damage. So that's the reason that we stay away from it in the military. So that is what hollow points are all about. If you have any other questions, please let me know. And if you have anything you want to add to this, please let people know what you think of hollow points in the comment section, and hopefully this has helped you learn a little bit more about them. But that's all I have for this video. This is Sergeant Merrill out here.